Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're doing well today. And thanks for joining me again for another session this week. I will get in the middle there as well. And yeah, we've got a good session right here in front of you for this cardio and core session. As already mentioned, we need our polls for the today's session, so if you could get those ready. And if you don't have a poll or don't want to use it, that's absolutely fine. I will be showing you some alternatives of how we can do this session. But let's get started with our warm-up, making sure we've got plenty of space around us so we're not going to hit anything or anyone. And we'll start with one arm here, moving it around the best we can in a circle, nice and gentle around we go. And as always, doing the best you can with this and all the movements that we do, whether you need to do a slightly bent arm or a smaller circle, whatever it may be, just moving it around nice and controlled. Good work. Gently moving it right the way round, making sure it's nice and warmed up, nice and ready for what we've got in store for it. Good, let's change direction with that arm, going around the opposite way now. And again, the best that you can do here. Excellent work. Good, let's swap over to the other side. So going that one around as well. Nice, gentle movements. The best that you can do, however that looks for yourself. And again, changing direction, going the opposite way around. Excellent work. Good work, everybody. Okay, now the best that we can do, reaching over towards the opposite shoulder. Remember, if you can't get all the way over, just get to where you can, if that's the near shoulder. Or if you want to do it not up to the side, we can always come across the front. As long as we're getting a bit of an elbow bend in there, that's the main thing. So over towards opposite shoulder, or the best you can, or across the front there. Excellent work, everybody.
Ben, is that your kitchen?
It's not. This is my friend's house.
Oh.
So when I'm back in the UK at the moment, I stay with friends because we sold our property in 22 to do all of the traveling, and then we get another house when we eventually settle somewhere, but we don't know where that is yet. So.
Okay, I was wondering because the cabinets don't have any scuff marks on them or anything from a wheelchair, and I'm thinking,
I'm very careful in my friend's house. If it was mine, it would be all kicked up down below. Excellent. Let's take one arm now here, swinging it forwards, reaching up with it the best we can, bringing it down and repeating through that as well. Right, good movement there, everybody. If you can't get that arm all the way up your head, just get to where you can with it. If that's head height, shoulder height, chest height, wherever it is, just moving it through the best that you could do. And let's change over to the other side and move that through as well. The best range of motion that you can do. And as always, that's going to look different for each and every one of us. So whether you can see me on screen or if you've got all the viewers on screen, however it looks, just do the best that you can do. Don't try and force yourself into a position that is beyond your reach. This is all about just warming up Nice and gentle. Good. Well, let's bring it in for a hug. Arms out to the side. And repeat through that movement there. Good work, everybody. Let's do some shoulder rotations, either direction. It doesn't matter because we'll be changing soon. And let's change direction there, go in the opposite way. Excellent. And seeing as we're holding on to a pole, let's go into doing some wrist movements as well, just to help them to warm up too. And change direction. Good work. Okay, let's grab our poles next. We've got a 20-minute timer here. We're going to be mixing it up a little bit, but we'll start with our 5 out of 10 effort here. Let me just get this up. And we'll be going that 5 out of 10 effort, not hard, not easy, somewhere in between the two. Building up that heart rate nice and gentle controlled, going through different movements. Let me grab the pole, start the timer. And we get going in 15 seconds here. We'll start as we usually do here with the paddling forwards, and then we'll build through this set, starting at 5 out of 10, like I said, and going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So you guys who come all the time will know the drill by now, just getting ourselves nice and gently warmed up, building up that heart rate, building up that core body temperature, and getting everything moving a little bit more here. Good work so far. Let's keep it going. As we come near to halfway through this one, find that pace at that 5 out of 10 and just holding it there. Just holding it there the best you can and keeping it going through this. And the reason I always say, don't go too fast or too slow is that if we're going too slow, we won't be able to warm up our body efficiently enough in a good enough time. But if we go too fast, we're putting too much stress on our body before it's ready for it. So it's that in between, which just really helps to build up that pace. 3, 2, 1, changing direction, going the opposite way. And it's that slow building, but not too slow, of the core body temperature that just helps our body be prepared. So it prepares the ligaments, the tendons, the muscles, all the joints. It prepares all of our nervous system and everything ready for some more intense exercise. So that's why we like to stick in that 5 to 10 range. Just helps our body to be prepared in the best possible way. We are coming up to halfway through this particular minute. Keep it going still. Nice and controlled. Good work, everybody. Okay, on this next one, we're going to do some paddling down to the left side. Now, I know we normally do both arms around together, but we go paddling down to the left on the next one in 10 seconds from now. And 3, 2, 1. So coming down to the left, paddling through. Good work. And with this, just try and get good range of motion. Almost imagine that you've got a paddle attached to the end of this pole. You're sticking it in the water, pulling it back behind you, going along. Nice and smooth. Good work. Coming up to halfway through this particular one. Now. And That's great so far. When this one comes around, we'll switch over to the other side, but we've still got another 20 seconds to go. So keeping it going. Good work. And 10 seconds to go. Changing over to the other side in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change over. And going through that. Good. I've mentioned this before, but the exercises we do here are less important than the actual intensity here. What's great about the exercise is that it mixes it up, keeps things interesting, but also moves our muscles in different ways. But the more important thing is the pace, that 5 out of 10 pace. That's what builds us up to the more intense things. So with that in mind, if there is any exercise that, causes you any aggravation, any sort of discomfort in your joints, your muscles, whatever it may be, feel free to just move on, do a different exercise, one that does agree with you at any point. So don't feel like you have to force yourself into a position where you're going to cause yourself any sort of unwanted pain or discomfort. Just go through with what works for you. Okay, we're going to go forwards and up next in 3, 2, 1. So go both arms forwards, both arms up, and repeat through. Good. Alrighty, so this is number 5 that we're doing here. Making sure we're extending it the best we can, whether that's above your head or forwards. If you can reach right the way up and right the way forwards, that's great. But if you can't, if you can only get to head height or a little bit further out, whatever it may be, just do what you can here. Okay, yes, so that is number 5. On the next one, we're going to just increase that pace slightly, okay? So we're going to go from 5 out of 10 effort up to 6 out of 10 effort next. So just a little bit increase in the pace. And we're going to go for double arm round in a circle in front of us, going in 10 seconds from now. So just picking up that pace just a little bit on the next one in 4, 3, 2, 1. So coming both rounds in a circle and picking it up to 6 out of 10 effort. Good work, everybody. Keeping that going. Good consistency. So we go forwards for this one. For this minute. On the next one, we will change our direction, but we'll stay at that 6 minutes for the 6 out of 10 for the next 5 minutes that we're doing here. So just a little bit of elevation from that 5 out of 10. Good work. Coming up to halfway through this one. Good work. Keep it going. And 15 seconds to go on this particular one. Changing direction in 10 seconds time. Good work. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. Keep it moving. You guys are doing great so far. Keeping it that 6 out of 10, remember. We've increased that pace from that original 5 that we did. 6 out of 10 effort. Good work. On the next one, we're going to do circles, but we're going to do them clockwise and counterclockwise on the next one. Well, clockwise to begin with. For the next one, so that's what we'll be moving into in about 30 seconds from now. Good work. Keep that pace at that 6 out of 10. Keep things moving. Good work, everybody. 20 seconds to go on this one. As I said, we're into clockwise on this next one here that we'll be doing in 10 seconds from now. Keep that pace there as you go through this next one in 2, 1. So coming round in a circle just like so. Clockwise, as I said, to begin with, and keep that pace going. Nice consistency there, everybody. Good work. So then we're almost halfway through this particular one. Next one, we will change direction and go the opposite way around. That's halfway now. So just keep it going, still at clockwise. And on the next one, we'll be doing that counterclockwise and just building up that heart rate even more. As I said, we've picked up to that 6 out of 10. That just means we're demanding just a little bit more from our body, and it will respond by getting a little bit warmer. Heart rate will increase a little bit, and it just helps us to stick with that pace. But we'd be changing direction in 3, 2, 1. Change direction now. Keeping it moving. Good work. Excellent, everybody. Keep that moving there. Alrighty, on the next one, we're going to do a straight arm raise. It's where we just lift our arm straight above our head. It can be with a bent arm, but we don't want to bend the arms to do the movement. We want to keep them fairly locked in place and just move at the shoulder joint only. And we've got that in 25 seconds from now, keeping this counterclockwise circles going until then. As we move into it, 15 seconds from now. Good work, everybody. Keeping that going.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to go. So straight arm raise on the next one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting up and down, up and down. 6 out of 10 effort. Although for this one, it can be a little bit more intense for it's just because it's a more intense exercise. So you may even feel like you need to drop the pace, even though that feels harder. But leave that up to you to just feel out that 6 out of 10 effort. Good work. So that is number 10. On the next 5, we're going to increase that pace again up to 7 out of 10 for effort. So we're increasing again. So 7 out of 10 is a little bit more of an added intensity. So when you're ready for it, in 20 seconds time, we're going to move on to that. And we're going to do some punching forwards, alternating the hands. So one hand forwards, then the other hand, repeating through at 7 out of 10 effort. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So going forwards, one arm then the other. 7 out of 10 now. So there's a little bit increase in pace and intensity. And this is where things start to get a little bit more intense. So 7 is probably where you would want to start when it comes to doing like harder sessions as such. So like 4, 5, 6 out of 10, they're kind of like warm up ish pace. And 7 out of 10 is where it starts to get into the intensive stuff. So you can almost imagine it's like in running equivalent, this is more like a jog / light run. So it's sort of in between that barrier. I know the running analogy isn't always the best for for our group, but we do what we can. Good. All right, on the next one, we're going to go into punching above our head. Same pace, 3, 2, 1. So going up now, 7 out of 10 effort. And just that bit of an increase from that 6 out of 10, keeping things moving. Looks like you guys are doing great. I can just see that little bit of increase in pace, which is fantastic as we move through this. And good extension with those arms, or at least the best you can. If you can reach right above your head, that's great. But if you can't, just get to where you can. If that's head height, chest height, just a little bit up, wherever you can get to. Good work, everybody. And someone just texted me, so my phone just vibrated and fell on the floor. So I'm going to grab that in a second because I can't see it otherwise. 10 seconds to go. Luckily, it tells me stuff. And on the next one, we're going to go punching to the... Okay, 3, 2, 1. So going across one side, then the other, across the body. We can get a little bit of twist in there as well. Staying at that 7 out of 10 effort. Good work. Keep that going there. I'm just going to move that phone again. Good work. Coming up to halfway through this particular one. And that's now coming across the body with these, staying at that 7 out of 10. And here we're getting a little bit of a core work as we twist side to side, which is good. That's going to help us to just keep things moving. We've got another 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds.
On the next one, we're going to do punching down. Each side, alternating those hands. 3, 2, 1. Coming down, just like so. And this one's naturally a little bit easier. So you might want to pick up the pace to make sure you're staying at that 7 out of 10 effort here. Because remember, the pace is the important thing here. That's going to keep us in the right zone for getting our heart rate up, keeping things moving. Excellent work. And as you can see, although I say down, it's kind of like diagonally down and forwards, and I go either side of my legs as I do this. Halfway through this one. And then we've got one more at this pace coming up, and we're going to do our combination one. That's where we go forward, side, up and down, one of each, going through that. And we're going in 15 seconds time, staying at that 7 out of 10 pace.
10 seconds.
Really good start to this. Let's keep this going as we move into the next bit in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go forwards, side, up, and then down. Repeat through, forwards, side, up, and then down. Good work. Keep that going. And don't worry if you're getting confused or the order's out of sync. It doesn't really matter too much. As long as you can get these arms moving, that's the main thing at this pace. And I'm rolling around to the side. Go through. Okay, 20 seconds to go. On the next one, we're going to be picking up that pace once more, up to 8 out of 10 now. So now where it starts to get actually intense with the exercise. And we go back to punching forwards, but with double arm on this first one. 8 out of 10 effort in 3, 2, 1. So picking up that pace again. 8 out of 10 is fairly intense. It's a harder part of the session now. We're going to hold it here for this next 5 that we're doing, which isn't going to be particularly easy, but we're going to get through that. We've already warmed up. We've already got ourselves prepared and ready for it. So let's move through this next 5 the best we can. Starting with these punches forwards, get those arms extended nicely. Halfway through this particular one. Good work, everybody. Now, at any point you feel like this 8 out of 10 is too much effort to hold, that's absolutely fine. Just do the best you can. If that means you're dropping down with the speed, just try and keep your intensity high. Don't worry too much about the speed if you can't hold it. Going into punching double to the side in 3, 2, 1. So go both to one side, to the other, back and forth between the two. Good work. Eight out of 10 effort. And that's going to look different for everybody. So don't worry if you're faster than me, slower than me, same speed as me. Just do what you can do to stay at this pace. That's the main thing. We're all going to be different. You know, I've got a good amount of cardio fitness, but also my arms are very long. So I may be fast in some ways, but slower in others. And all these different factors come into how fast we're going. So don't worry about the speed. Just go with what feels right for you. Good. On the next one, we're going to do both arms above our head. This one might be a little bit of a shoulder burner. Just stick with it the best you can. In 4, 3, 2, 1. So going up. 8 out of 10 effort. Good work, everybody. Keep that going. I seem to be moving all the way around the kitchen today. Lucky there's plenty of space. Good work. Nice one, everybody. Coming up to halfway through this one. So this one might be a little bit of a shoulder burner. We're going straight above our head. That can be a little bit tough. So if you feel like you can't extend your arms right the way above your head, just use shorter ones. That's fine. Good work. On the next one, we're going to do both arms sort of diagonally down
10 seconds.
in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So come down and sort of just above the knees there is where I like to get to. So it's very similar to going forwards, but we're just going slightly down more. Good work. And then we've got one last one to go. And I'm going to give you the choice. You can either do the combination one, which is the forward, side, up or down, or if there's one that you particularly like or enjoy, or maybe we haven't even done yet today, feel free to do that for the final minute that we've got coming up. So if that feels like, hey, I want to try that one today, or I really liked that one a minute ago, or whatever it may be, you go for whatever feels right to you. But if you don't want to choose, or you will just want to do the combination one, that's what I'm going to be doing next, which will be forward, side, up and down, combining the last 4 together into the last one. Staying in that 8 out of 10 pace all the way through to the end. You've done really well so far. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So doing the best you can. Excellent work, everybody. Good stuff. Keep that going. Nice work, everybody. We're coming up to halfway through this one. Keep those arms moving. Oh, I got confused then as well. Excellent stuff. Coming into the last 15 seconds now. Let's keep those arms moving. Good pace here.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to go. And 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good work, everybody. Grab yourself a drink if you need it. I'm going to grab the timer for the next bit, and then we won't take too long to get into it here. But just trying to keep things moving, keep that heart elevated. But really good stuff. That's not easy getting through that 20 minutes, especially that last 5 where we increased the pace. So good job there for that. And let's keep that intensity going. And we actually increase our intensity as we go through this next bit. So we're going to go for our 30 seconds maximum effort, 30 seconds of rest. We're going to go for 10 rounds here. So really best effort, really trying to push yourself here for this first interval. And then we'll have 30 seconds of rest. For the rest, we're going to do just a slightly reduced intensity. Okay, so keep things moving, just reduce it right the way down. Just keep the motion going essentially. But I'll show that as we get into it, as we go in. Oh, I'll have a quick drink as well, so I can keep talking. We go in 15 seconds time, starting with that paddling forwards like we started before, going in 4, 3, maximum effort, 2, 1, off we go. So going as fast as you can, getting those arms going around, maximum effort here for this 30 seconds. Good work. It's all about getting that heart rate up the best that you can, holding it there all the way through. As we come up to halfway through it, keep it going, keep things moving. Really good start to this. Hold that pace all the way through to the end here. Fantastic. Keep it going for another 4, 3, 2, all the way to the end. 1, resting there. As I said, on the rest, we're just going to keep it moving, just nice and gentle. If you want to rest completely, though, that's absolutely fine. But if you can, just keep things moving. Just nice and gentle. Good work. And what I mean by gentle, like 3, 4 out of 10, nothing too crazy. Just keep the arms moving, keep things ticking over. Even if it's just a smaller movement, that's absolutely fine. We're going to pick back up again, go the opposite direction in 3, 2, one. Off we go. Picking up that pace again. Good stuff, everybody. Keeping it going. Backwards this time, picking up that pace, holding it when we find that fast pace all the way through this as we come up to halfway through. Good work. Keep it going. 10 seconds to go, all the way through to the end. You've done really well so far. Let's hold it into the last 3, 2, 1. Resting there, nice and slowly with the movements. Good work. Excellent work, everybody. Good start to this. Let's go on to the paddling down to the left on the next one. And as we move into the last 10 seconds of this, we can start doing the movement if you want. So just coming down to paddling, and we're going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Pick up that pace again. Maximum effort here. Whether that's short little fast ones or longer, still fast ones. Just get that pace moving the best you can. Halfway through. Good work. Good work, everybody. Keep it going. Keep pushing it there for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. You can keep it moving, whether you want to carry on doing the paddling or if you want to just do something else for the 30 seconds of rest. I don't mind. Just keep those arms moving, occupied, whatever it may be. Keeping them going. But we're going to be switching on to the other side for the next one. Good work. So going here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Pick up that pace again. Maximum effort. And again, that's going to look different for everybody. Some of you are going to be quicker than I am. Some of you are going to be the same speed. Some of you are going to be slower. That's absolutely fine. Whatever your best effort is here, that's what we want from you. Keep it going. Halfway through. Fantastic start to this particular one. Keep that pushing. Keep those arms moving all the way through to the end, which is in 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good stuff. Excellent work, everybody. On the next one, we're going to do both arms around together. And again, we could just keep things moving just in this 30 seconds, whether you want to do this or if you want to just start the next one with the movements. But both arms round together for the next one in 10 seconds time. I'm just going to start demonstrating as we get into it. Going in 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Picking up that pace again, maximum effort. And just going round. Good work. Excellent stuff, everybody. And we are halfway through. Keep pushing it there. Keep going. Nice work. 10 seconds to go, all the way through to the end. Don't let yourself drop off here in this last 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Again, just keep the arms moving. Good work. And like I say, you don't have to do the arms moving like we've done the same exercise. You can just do whatever movement. I don't mind. Just keeping it moving, however that looks for yourself. And on the next one, same movement, opposite direction in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go, picking up that pace again, maximum effort. Good work, everybody. You guys are doing fantastic today. We've pretty much not stopped all the way through this session. So you're doing really, really well. Halfway through this particular one. Good work. Keep it going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Again, just keep it moving however you want to. And on this next one, we're going to do circles in a clockwise direction. So that's where we come around like so. So that'll be the next one. Oh, my body is quite spasmy today, so that's why I'm shuffling so much. Good work. We're going into clockwise, as I said, on the next one. Picking up that pace, going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go, fast as we can again. Good work. Including this one, we've got 4 more to go. Let's make sure we make these ones really good, just as good as the ones we've done before us. Halfway through this one, good stuff. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting it there, slowing it down. You can keep it moving though if you need to. And we're going to change direction on the next one to counterclockwise. And again, maximum effort, really pushing ourselves here, going in 10 seconds from now. Good work, everybody. And 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Counterclockwise, maximum effort for 30 seconds. Good effort, everybody. Halfway through, keep that intensity high. Good stuff. Keep going. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowing it down, keeping the arms moving. Good stuff. On the next one, we're going to do double arm forwards, double arm overhead. Keep that intensity high. Good stuff. And we've got another 10 seconds here of this pace. Picking it up on the next one. Maximum effort. Both arms forwards, both arms overhead. In 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Good work, everybody. Keep it going. Keep those arms moving. Halfway through. 10 seconds to go. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing down that pace. For the easy bit, if you don't want to do the above head bit, you can just do the forwards bit. We just want to keep the arms moving more than anything else. But whatever you want to do here, just to keep it moving. And we've got one last one to go. And again, I'm going to let you choose what you want to do for the last movement. But if you don't know what to choose, I'm going to do that straight arm raise. So you can do that with me if you want to. But if there's one you prefer or it's better for you, in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Good work, everybody. Keep it going. I don't know why I put this one last. This one really burns the shoulders. Good work there. Keep it going. Pushing it through, all the way through. Last 10 seconds. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good effort, everybody. That is our final one. Let's put our poles down. We've still got some work to do today. So let's put the poles down. Let's have a bit of a drink break, and then we'll move into that next bit. I'm going to set up the timer here. Okay, so we're going to go for 6, what was that? 6 rounds of 2 minutes. And how we're going to do these 2 minutes, I want you to do the best effort that you can hold for, it's going to be for 12 minutes total. So it's going to be a fairly long time. So maybe pick somewhere around about 7 or 8 out of 10. We've kind of already hit that sort of pace already today. Maybe even at 6 out of 10 towards the end of it. But try and get in that sort of region where we are picking up that pace, being quite intense with it. But we're not going to be using our poles. We're going to be doing our exercises like our adapted burpees, our sit skis, and all those kind of things. We're going to do 2 minutes of one, and then we're gonna go straight into the next one, again, another 2 minutes. We're just essentially gonna be doing 12 minutes, but changing every 2 minutes with our exercise here. And that's gonna take us right the way to the end of today's session, well, the end of the hard stuff at least. So we'll start with the adaptive burpees. I'm just gonna give a demonstration just in case there's anybody that hasn't seen these ones before. And to do that, essentially, we reach down to the floor the best you can, and then we reach up above the head the best we can. There's some alternatives there you can do. If you need the extra assistance, you can push off your lap as you bring the arms up. Or if you want to make it more intense, you just come straight up using that lower back muscle. Or even if you want to add in this as well, you can reach down. You can do a little lift out of the chair and then reach above your head. I will leave that up to you which one you decide. One is not better than the other, it's just more, and that's what you can do. So that's our first one there, and the rest of them are pretty straightforward to explain. Just those ones have some variations. We're going to go in 15 seconds time with our first one. 2 minutes of this first exercise, staying somewhere in about 7, 6, 7, 8 out of 10 effort, that sort of region here. So fairly intense, but not maximum effort. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So good range of motion with this. And if you want to add in that little tricepic thing as well. Good work, everybody. So yeah, 2 minutes of this first one here. Excellent work so far. As I said, this is going to be long. This is going to be 12 minutes straight. So find yourself a nice rhythm. The first 2 minutes we're doing like this, and then the next one we move on to a different exercise. You're doing really well so far, from what I can see. So reaching down the best you can, reaching up the best you can, and it's going to look different for everybody as well. Like, as I say, even reaching down, you've got different arm lengths, different flexibility, different just everything that goes on can affect your range of motion. So do the best you can to reach down, and the same with reaching up. And if you can do that tricep lift as well, feel free to do that too. But we've got another 30 seconds here. This one, on the next one, we're going to do double arm forwards, double arm overhead for 2 minutes here, which is going to be fairly tough, but I reckon you got it here. There's going to be a tough session, but you guys are already doing so well. 10 seconds to go. So double arm forwards, double arm overhead for the next one with both arms in 3, 2, 1 to go. Both arms forwards, both arms up. You can get into a nice rhythm here. Excellent work. Because we've got that 2 minutes, it's really a good way just to find that rhythm. As I said, you can find ways to pick up the pace, slow it down. We've got that space to expand within that 2 minutes. So if you feel like you want to maybe like, oh, I could actually probably pick this up a bit, you can sort of feel that intensity increase as you pick up that pace. So play around with it, your pace, your speed, and be intentional with it as well. Don't just move your arms, move it with intention. Good work. Coming up to halfway through this particular one. That's halfway through. Good work. On the next one, we're going to go back to the burpees again for another 2 minutes, but we've got another 50 seconds here of this particular one. And as I said, this isn't going to be easy. This is going to be a bit of an endurance session. We've got to just keep plucking away, keep motivating ourselves. I'll be here to help you as well along the way with the motivation. Just keep it going the best that you can do. 30 seconds to go. And again, we're going into burpees again on the next one in 20 seconds time. Good range of motion though. Find that rhythm, play with the pace, and move with intention. 10 seconds to go. Burpees on the next one. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So reaching down, reaching up. If you want to do that little lift in between, feel free to do so. And for myself, I like to do it sort of every other one, the lift as well. If I did every single one, I don't think I'll be able to cope for the full 2 minutes, but do what you can. And so I like to do every other one. That's kind of what suits me there for my level of injury and ability, I should say more. Halfway through this, so 1 minute done, 1 minute to go. On the next one, we're going to be moving into our sit skis, which is a little bit less intense in terms of the exercise itself. So that means we can pick up that pace a little bit to make sure we are hitting the right zone for us. Remember, we're trying to go sort of between 6 out of 10 effort and 8 out of 10 effort. And just trying to be nice and consistent with our pace as well. Just doing the best we can. Good work, everybody. 20 seconds to go. I will say as well, if you do need to take any extra breaks at any point, feel free to take the break, join back in. There's no shame in that whatsoever. That's all good. But we're moving into the sit skis on the next one in 4, 3, 2, 1. So bring it up and through, swinging it just like so. Good work. And again, we're somewhere between 6 and 8 out of 10 for our effort. And we are over halfway through this now, so we've done most of it. Just got the last bits to go here, but you've done really well so far. Let's make sure we're doing well on these next 3. Well, this one included, the 3 that we've got remaining. So swinging those arms up and through, down and back, keeping at that pace. And again, feel free to play with the pace a little bit. Maybe pick it up a bit, see how that feels. Maybe you might need to drop it back down a little bit, but just notice how it is as you do it. Notice how your body reacts, your breathing, your body temperature, and that nervous system. That's that excitement and that sort of like bit of a rush you get as you're exercising. That's the nervous system and the adrenaline as well, helping us to keep at this pace. Good work. Okay, 40 seconds to go on this particular one. You guys are doing really, really well so far. Let's keep that intensity going through the last 2. And in 30 seconds time, we're going into our last one of the burpees. So we're going to just make sure we're just doing the best we can to reach down, reach above our head. 20 seconds to go. This one though, keep it moving here. Okay, 10 seconds to go. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach down, reach up, into the burpees again. And if you want to do that lift, remember you can do the lift, but you may even find at this part of the session that might be too much, which is fine. Just do what you can do here. Good, okay. So we've got 1 minute 30 of the burpees left, and then we've got one more 2-minute block to go, which we will be doing the sitting jacks. However, I will say, for those of you who do struggle with your shoulders, maybe 2 minutes of sitting jacks might be too much for you. So either go back to the sit skis if they were fine, or you could go to the forwards and ups, whatever you feel exercise you prefer for your shoulders. That's if you just struggle with those sitting jacks. But if you can do them, that's great. You can join in with me and get through that. Good work there, everybody. Pushing ourselves all the way through this last 30 seconds of this particular one. And then we're into the last one. The last effort for today as well. So making sure we're finishing well, keeping our pace up, keeping our intensity up as we go into it, which we'll be changing here in 12 seconds from now.
10 seconds.
And 4, 3, 2, 1. Into the last one. As I said, if you can do the sitting jacks, do so. But if you find it easier, either to come forwards with these, or if you want to do the sit skis again, or if you want to do the forwards and ups, whatever works for you here is more important than the exercise doing it perfectly. Good work, everybody. Keep that moving all the way through. This is our last 2 minutes here, making sure we're finishing well. Last bit of hard work as well today. And you guys have really, really smashed it today. We've pretty much been non-stop from the get-go, which is always great to see. Keeping that heart rate elevated for a long time is going to do wonders for our cardiovascular system, our overall health, and it's going to really help us to just be the best versions of ourselves, essentially, especially when it comes to our cardiovascular health. 1 minute to go, keeping it moving. Good work, everybody. Almost in the end here. 40 seconds to go. Keep it pushing it. Excellent work. 30 seconds to go here. Almost near the end. Keep going. You got this. 20 seconds here. Let's finish this nice and strong, nice and well. Last 15 seconds now. Keeping it going. Keep pushing. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resting there. Good work, everybody. Let's grab ourselves some hydration. And then when you're ready to, let's just start with some breathing. Nice deep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just sort of starting to calm that down a little bit. Good. Just nice deep breathing. Maybe as we're doing it, just do a nice little rotation around with the shoulders. Just, you can always play around a bit. Just getting them moving as you're doing that deep breathing. And just play with it as well. If you want to go forwards, if you want to go back, if you want to alternate, if you just want to shrug them up and down a little bit, just whatever feels good to you in this moment. Just keep it moving as we're doing this breathing. Yeah, and then when we're ready to, again, you keep the breathing going, but let's go through some neck mobility, looking up and down to start with, the flexion and the extension. Nice and controlled. Good. Let's go into rotation now, looking one side and the other. And then lateral flexion, one ear to one shoulder, to the other shoulder, back and forth between the two. Yeah, we got a little bit of time here. So we go through the rest of our spine now, going through the extension and the flexion, back and forth between the two. And then into rotation. And then when you're ready to, into the lateral flexion as well, down to one side, down to the other. And then let's do our whirlpool as well, going around in a circle. Change direction. And then give ourselves a nice little shake off there as we end today's session. Excellent work, everybody. Really good stuff there today. As I said, we held that heart rate up for a fairly long time. So that's really, really good. That's really going to give us some good benefits in that cardiovascular area. So really well done. Good job for getting through it.